name is Holly Dow, and today I'll be presenting my informative speech. Today, my speech will be informing you about suicide. Suicide is one of the top 10 leading causes of death within the United States, which is at a very alarming rate. Suicide is very difficult to talk about, but it must be done. The main points that I'll be covering in this speech is why people commit suicide and feel like it's their only option, and why suicide should never be the answer. Suicide should never be the answer to anyone's pain and suffering, since this is very important in this world. Some people feel as though suicide is their only escape, and that it's the only way that they can end their pain and suffering, and they feel like nothing will ever get better for them. They think that the dark days are just going to keep coming and that nothing good will ever happen to them. They're surrounded by darkness and they can only focus on the bad, and they let the darkness turn out their life. They believe that their bad days are so horrible that ending their own lives is the only way they can end the badness. They believe that nothing will ever change and the good days they've had in the past will never come back. These people feel like nothing can solve the problems besides ending and everything. But at the same time, they don't talk about the problems to other people because they feel like no one can fix their problems or like no one understands them. It is sad that a lot of people don't know who to talk to or where to find professional help. And America is failing with their mental health care, and a lot of people are suffering from that. Some people cannot seek professional help because they can't afford it or their insurance won't cover it. In their mind, when they're in this dark place, in their dark times, they think suicide is the only way out, and it's the only way they can solve their problems and deal with it. And a lot of times they're just too scared to seek help in fear of judgment and in fear of not being taken seriously. They may think that suicide is ending their pain, but in the end it's just giving all their pain to someone else. Within 10 years, between 2006 and 2016, the rate of teenage suicide has increased by 70%, and on average, an average of 20 veterans are killing themselves every single day. Veteran suicide rates are the highest among the demographics, and more so in women veterans. Although people may think that all these horrible things, suicide should never be the answer because everyone is important and everyone deserves to live. No situation is hopeless. It may not be today or tomorrow, but things will get better. It may feel like it will never happen, but you just have to have hope for the hopeless times. There's always an end to your pain and end to your suffering, but it should never be the ending of your life. You just have to keep holding on to all the good times and all the good memories. And sometimes it's difficult to hold on to all the good stuff and all the bad things, just drown everything out. But you're loved and you are cared about by so many people, and they would do anything to help you. If you kill yourself, you're just putting all your pain and suffering onto your loved ones. It's not something people like to think about, but it's true. Your death will destroy your family, and they will keep the pain you are feeling. After your death, your family is going to feel very guilty, and they're going to blame themselves and ask themselves why they couldn't help you. And they're going to think it's all their fault and that they could have saved you. Your loved ones want to help you, but they don't want you to feel alone. You may feel alone, but I promise there's someone out there who loves and cares about you. And they would want you to talk to them, even if it's very hard to talk to them, especially if they know it's going to prevent you from taking your own life. Suicide is something no one likes to talk about, but it must be done. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in America, and that is alarming. Suicide rates are higher now than ever before among teenagers and veterans. Some people feel like ending it all is their only escape from the pain. They feel like they have nowhere to turn to, and that no one can understand how bad they feel and what they're going through. They are so wrong. Suicide is never the answer. Life can be hard, but you have to keep moving forward no matter how hard it can get. Life is beautiful, and everyone deserves to live and be heard. Everyone is loved by someone in this world. In the end, if you kill yourself, you're just hurting everyone who loves you. You're putting your pain on them. There are so many people who want to help you. You just have to let them. We as a society need to fix suicide together. Our mental health in America is suffering, and we need to find ways to fix it. You're more than your pain. You're beautiful, and you deserve to be heard. You deserve to live.